There's something I've come to understand, and I've coined it the phrase the projector paradox. And this is where, as projectors, we are here to be seen and recognized for our ability to guide in our specific, unique way, for our characteristics that we have. But the projector paradox is we don't allow ourselves to be ourselves for long enough to be seen and recognized. The projector paradox is that we block our own success. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Rebecca. I'm an IHDS certified human design analyst and living a design guide, and I've worked with over 1,000 people at this point, primarily projectors, over 800 projectors at this point. And this is something I see in loads of the clients that come to me. We can go through the chart and we can say, hey, an emotional projector with this particular channel and you're designed to do this. And they're like, yeah, but I won't let myself feel my emotions. It's a common thing from emotional projectors to not allow yourself to be seen for your emotions because society is learning about emotions. The solar plexus specifically is going through mutation. It's not fully mutated, it's our newest awareness center. So people aren't comfortable with emotions. Society doesn't know what to do with them. And you, as an emotional projector, have emotions. They are an emotional wave and nothing's causing it. It's just happening. And one of the most freeing things I can say to an emotional projector is, well, to get, acquainted with your emotions, but also that you are here to be recognized for the full spectrum of emotions. You are designed to be recognized for the wisdom that comes out of the depth of understanding as you move through your emotional wave. And if you, as an emotional projector, do not allow yourself the depth of the emotional wave, if you try and change it, to force it, to switch it up, to not feel it, if you don't see yourself for your emotions, you're not going to get recognized in the depth that you need to be. This is that projector paradox. Needing to be seen, but feeling so uncomfortable with being seen for something we cannot accept about ourselves. Now, projectors can't see themselves as clearly as other people see them. We're great guides to others, but other people are great guides to us. We're not such great guides to ourselves. And there's some experimentation to do there and some thinking to do around there. So the more you go into your experiment of human design, you're going to start recognizing different invitations and different points of being seen. And it's something that definitely happened on my journey. Through my journey, I have been seen and recognized for things and in ways that I never expected. And this is why I use that really cliche analogy of an onion and the different layers. But each layer that you allow to be seen is another layer that we have to get used to. It's like acclimatizing to ourself. So there are times where, at the beginning of my human design journey, I didn't feel comfortable with myself. And there are still stages in my life where something rocks me to my core and I still question who I am. And that's normal, we're human. But we have our wall up, we're the outer layer of that onion. And even the slightest recognition or the slightest attention, like, what, I'm not invisible. I kind of want to be invisible right now. This doesn't feel safe in the world. Even the slightest bit will put us into our shell and we won't allow ourselves to be seen. And therefore we don't receive invitations or we won't accept them through our mind and we block ourselves. So each level, our role as projectors is to become very comfortable with ourselves through the lens of others. Not always, obviously, there are nuances to this, and we have to pick and choose our sources. If the source that is telling you something about yourself or mirroring something back to yourself is not a reliable source, then they need to go. They're not a good mirror for us. But generally speaking, when we're seen and recognized, often in a good way, let's say, we have to learn to see, or at least to have the curiosity to go, maybe that is something that people can see in me. And they're admiring that in me and they're inviting me because of that and they can see me. So the layer of the outside of the onion comes off and then we're feeling a bit raw and tender because this layer has never been seen in the world before. And it's never that jump. People come to human design as projectors and they're like, okay, I'm here to be seen, I'm here to be recognized, I'm here to feel success. Well, go. Waiting for the invitation. As soon as I get it, I'll say yes. Well, no, because what happens is this projector paradox of blocking your own success by not allowing yourself to feel like you can accept yourself. So each time the layer of this onion is revealed and you feel a little bit raw, because it's like, I've never been seen this deeply by a partner, by my clients. Just there's another layer. It's becoming comfortable with that layer before the next layer is unveiled. And again and again and again until we become this really authentic middle piece of the onion where we're like, okay, I know, I don't know if anyone ever gets there, This is part of the experiment. I'm not gonna give you a path that everyone can walk because everyone's different. And does anyone get to the middle of this onion in this analogy? Who knows? But the amount of times in my life and clients' life and projectors' lives where we block ourselves because we won't accept what they're seeing as a good thing. Even on this human design journey, I never intended to be in human design. How crazy is this? I came into human design because someone said, do your chart. And I first of all declined and then made it and then had to go and do my own research on it. And it just so happened that someone saw it and now I do this reading and I was like, I'm not a reader. It's not my identity. And each level of my journey within human design, I've had to be seen deeper and deeper, not just for human design, but the other stuff that I'm involved in. And it's been challenging and really confronting. Like, you can see me? I don't have an invisibility cloak on or something? And then you get to this point where you think you're being seen now. Yeah, I'm seen. I'm visible. I allow myself to be seen. If someone, mirrors something back, I can see it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then it goes deeper. You're like, you can see that part of me? So there's always work to be doing here. But that projector paradox is something to be aware of. It's that word I want to coin in this industry. The projector paradox of blocking your own success because you don't allow yourself to be seen for yourself. And the example I used at the beginning of emotional projectors not allowing themselves to feel their full wave or to be seen for their emotional depth. Mental projectors not allowing themselves to be seen for their mind because they're worried about rejection, or splenic projectors being worried about offending someone, so they'll never bring alertness, the awareness of alertness to this, or the ego projector who needs to step into their uniqueness. That's literally the essence of their chart, but blocks themselves in this projector paradox by going, well, I know what I need, but I couldn't possibly do it. Yeah, I know they recognize me for my art as an example, but no, I couldn't possibly do it. And it's just blocking, blocking, blocking. Self-projected projector. There's a lot of, it depends on the channel, especially the 8-1 channel, the creative role model, design of inspiration. This one I find a lot has this narrative. There is a uniqueness to the self-projected projector, and especially the 8-1 channel has some type of fear around weirdness. So just a fascinating discovery through conversations with especially 8-1 self-projected projectors. It's like, well, I know I'm here to soundboard, but I couldn't possibly soundboard out the inner truth of me. Well, what else are you going to be soundboarding on? So you block your own success by not allowing your strangeness, your uniqueness, your weirdness to come out into the expression. So we block ourselves. It's something to think about. Maybe as you go through your days, you can start to recognize the moments where you play things down, or someone says something, you're like, nah, that's not me. Or you're invited into something and there's a little narrative inside that's like, nope, not for me, or because what? A reminder that for you to feel success as a projector, to feel truly seen and recognized, we have to learn to receive. Maybe in society, a phrase that we can use or a story we can use is when someone compliments your clothes, I really love what you're wearing. You go, oh, this old thing? It was only like $50. Oh, it didn't cost anything, or I don't know. But instead we just go, oh, thank you. You see that? Oh, thank you. We have to learn to be kind of gracious acceptors of this. Otherwise, do we get truly seen and acknowledged? Well, not if we don't see ourselves. It's an interesting process for a projector. Now, there are some clues in the chart. Obviously, as I've mentioned, self-projected or emotional, etc. There are certain things that we are here to be recognized for. So there will be certain blocks if we can't. So it can be a really good benefit, a really high benefit to learn some of the characteristics within your chart, to learn the unique elements of your chart. There are so many things within charts that fascinate me. And one of the things is it helps, from my experience and clients' experience that I get reported, it helps to learn which things we need to accept about ourselves as that's us, and learn to accept that that's not us. Why am I trying to be this? It's just so important to understand. So when we look into a chart and we see some of the colored and stuff, the definition, that's fixed. It's you. Like you're designed to be seen for your emotions, your mind, or you're designed to be a creative role model, or you're designed to be a negotiator, or you're designed to resonate with people's struggles, you're designed to be talented. You have to kind of accept that about yourself. But do you have to accept that you're a people pleaser? No. Do you have to accept that you're overly loyal? No. There are things that we can look at to see what is you and what's not you. What can you accept and what can you really get rid of because it's not helping you? And that is the benefit of really fully understanding your charts. So if any of this is resonating with you and you want to understand some of these characteristics and you want to get out of your own way and you want to stop blocking this and you want to kind of break down this projector paradox and step into the full potential of who you're here to be and feel the success, that's what one-on-one readings are for. One-on-one readings are where we pull together all the keynotes, where we pull together a synthesis of who you are and who you're not. And we empower you. My full chart is about empowering other people. Just how it is, or disempowering. I can disempower you just as much for the things that you're not meant to be doing or thinking, etc. It's all an experiment, it's no rules. So if you're ready for that level of recognition and validation, then book on for a one-on-one reading. They're available on the Projector Movement website. And I look forward to seeing you in one of those sessions to really help you understand the full potential of who you are and what's blocking that. Let's break down those blocks. Let's step into who we are. What are you waiting for? Each day that passes is just another day of not knowing and blocking yourself. Anyway, I'll see you in a session if you feel called.